So my name is Omar Rampersad. It is 4:49 p.m., February 5th, 2020. So I'm going to show you today's tagging. On and off. That's a spot on my obliques just underneath the breast. That's the obliques. See that high reading there? RF reading of 10. So I heard comments outside the window that a Portuguese male found me when he was looking at me inside of my home, obese, and start hitting my stomach, which I just showed you. So the tagging of your stomach or any other part of your body for that matter does just the opposite. The community targeting program, which a lot of people take part in, they make you think everybody's taking part, but everybody doesn't take part. What happens is that everywhere you are, it's infiltrated. And of course, if it goes on and on and on for years, it could be everybody knowing about it, not necessarily participating in it. Anyways, so right now mine's global. So as I was saying, when these spots are tagged, um, it's not as deterrent. For instance, if you have a big stomach, they'll tag your stomach to remind you that you have a big stomach and make you stop eating. What it does is actually bloats you, stresses you out, your cortisol level is high, and you eat more. So just the opposite is true. So when the program says, and I'm saying the program because somebody's actually running it, when the program, which is told to everybody who is taking part and who is accessing information, when it says we're trying to get her to lose weight, what they're actually trying to do is get you to put on weight because when the certain areas of your body are tagged, it, as I said, it makes you eat crave carbs because when you're in pain constantly, you're stressed out, and stress makes you eat carbs. So that's how it works. So the whole idea is to bamboozle it. Bamboozle is a very, very, very important word in this program. And I referred in my tweets about conspiracies. They're not really conspiracies, of course. They're made out to be conspiracies, but everybody knows who are um, who take the time to do their research will realize that it's really not a conspiracy. The community targeting program for somebody who's not aware of the step-by-step process that takes place in the program is going to look at it and pull one event out of the process, one of the steps, and we'll say, "Oh, gee, look, it's um, it's just one of those things." Or if they connect one or two events, it's a conspiracy. Well, really, it's not a conspiracy, as I said. It's a well thought out program, um, engineered and planned to make happen. So if a certain event wants, or if a certain group wants an event to take place and wants, of course, it's a criminal event, or else there would be no need for a cover. So they plan the event and then they plan the cover. In my opinion, as my tweets would indicate, I think that 9/11 involved a lot of parties, um, but in my opinion, I do not believe that um, uh, the Muslim world should be scapegoated for what happened. I think that the group of people who made that happen involved, yes, involved Muslims, but also involved other groups as well of other ethnic backgrounds. Um, it was planned that, unfortunately, the Muslim world was scapegoated. But I think that was part of the plan. Um, so, anyways, I suspect, in my opinion, I think that 9/11 was a planned event, obviously. Um, it was made to seem a certain way, and a cover was provided to make that happen. And the event actually went down a different way. Now, these things happen through history. Historically, these things have happened. There's been acts like this since human beings were put on this earth. People go to war with each other, factions, different types of um, cultural backgrounds and belief systems have gone to war with each other historically. And covert means have always been used. So this is nothing new. This is absolutely nothing new. Um, I should qualify that. I think there is one aspect of this terror, and it is a terror that is or has taken on a new dimension, and that's the technology that's being used to perpetrate the covert crimes. And also the agenda is different. So you marry Satanism, satanic ritual abuse, sadomasochism, pedophilia, uh, and you marry that with the technology that we have in order to carry out these crimes remotely. And it used to be undetectable, but of course it's not undetectable, it's very detectable. Um, what makes it um, what makes it a cover is it's not being talked about, the elephant in the room syndrome. But anyway, to get back to my point, if you marry the two, the technology and the satanic agenda, it makes a horrifically evil, diabolical program. We all know of Auschwitz and all the crimes that took place there. Well, take those crimes and make it remote, and you'll have a good idea of what is actually going on right now with these remote technologies. The technology that we are aware of, cell phone technology, the microwave technology, laser technology, ultrasonic technology, haptic technology, and all the cutting edge technology that you can find on the net, these are not the only technologies that are being used. There are other technologies that's not been released to the public yet, that's in the developmental stage, that's being tested, that's been researched, that are being used to further an agenda. So this is the umbrella, or one of the many, many umbrellas cover. One of the cover is let's not talk about it. It's the elephant in the room. It's happening. Everybody knows about it. It's an open secret. Nobody talks about it because we're too scared. Or we've compromised ourselves and taken part in it because we've been bamboozled into doing it. So now we can't talk, which is the case in a lot of people's um, lives right now. A lot of people are being bamboozled into taking part in this remote trafficking by the link, by the use of the link and the password, because they've been brainwashed and they've been mind controlled into thinking that the person that they're affecting is actually a bad person and who really used to be a prostitute. In my case, I'm not. Even if the person was a prostitute, this kind of torture is never justified. It's never justified. Of course, I'm not a prostitute, never have been a prostitute. This is, in my case, a form of recruitment and procurement. But anyway, it's past 10 minutes, so I'm going to close this off. The tweets I tweeted today is just me doing research and connecting the dots um, with what I'm experiencing in mind. So these are my, um, this is my perspective drawn out of my personal experience and observation. So, I mean, I go back to see a pattern and I look into the future to see what's going to happen, what I think is going to happen. And then I kind of put it together in my present world. I could see this, what I'm experiencing, being used on everybody if it's not already. It is going to be used on everybody. I mean, let's face facts. The police force is being cut. So if you have a program being put in place where you can mobilize the public to mob somebody who's red alerted, and you have a system that you can turn up a microwave beam on the person and slow the person down or give the person a headache, blind the person temporarily, give the person a heart attack, give the person a stroke, and disable the person, then why do you need the police? You don't need the police. So this is an experiment that's being conducted right now. And one of the many, many, many experiments. A target is somebody to be experimented on and used. The tool opened up, anybody could do anything to the person, all fixed, all covered. This is what the umbrella is all about, and I tweeted about the umbrella. This is what the umbrella is all about. It's a cover. The umbrella is a symbol of everything being covered. So if you're a target, you have a flag on your name. Everybody who takes part in making police calls, making reports about you, charging you, pulling you in for mental evaluations. These are all people involved under the cover of the umbrella. They are all infiltrated. Once there's a flag next to your name, everybody who's involved in degrading you, in your degradation, is under a cover automatically. And that in itself is a crime. It's a conspiracy. A cover is a conspiracy. It's collusion. It's a conspiracy to commit all the other crimes that falls underneath that umbrella. Stalking, spying, raping, trafficking, murder, and yes, a lot of murders are committed. People who have been stalking me in this building for years, I see now are really, really sick, heart disease, cancer, I'm guessing. Looks like cancer to me in a lot of cases. People who stalked me in the past are just dying in the building, are just dying right in front of my eyes. They passed me and they're still stalking me. Even though they could drop any moment, they're still stalking me. I had one guy who looked like he just stepped out of the graveyard, that he was buried for a year and he just came out and he stepped out of a graveyard and he was still stalking me. I don't see him anymore. I'm assuming that he passed away. This is what mind control is about. This is how powerful the program is. Talk to you another time.